Hello and welcome to More Yoga Fitness. My name is Kathy and today we're doing a 20-minute everything pigeon pose yoga. Go ahead and grab your yoga mat and join me. If you like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have other yoga videos I think you might like. I'm going to show you 10 variations of pigeon pose in this 20-minute tutorial. Go ahead and bring yourself onto your mat, and we're going to start with pose number 1, reclined pigeon. Crossing right ankle just above the left knee joint, flexing both feet, lifting the shoulders up off the mat and taking your hands and binding either under the hamstring or on top of the shin for more intensity. Recline back and simultaneously pull your knee in toward your chest as you press your tailbone down toward the mat. Go ahead and release and extend your left leg long. We're in a figure 4. I'm grabbing behind my calf. If that's too intense for you, you can grab through the figure 4 and around your hamstring. Flex toes toward the face. Go ahead and release, and we'll switch sides. Cross left ankle just above the right knee joint. Bind your hands either under the hamstring or on top of the shin. Go ahead and recline slowly back, allowing the back of your head to rest on the mat. Pull your knee into the chest, and at the same time, press your tailbone down toward the mat. Go ahead and release, extend that right leg up toward the sky, flexing toes toward the face and binding around the calf, or for less intensity, threading your hand through and grabbing underneath the hamstring. Go ahead and release. Just windshield wiper your knees side to side here. And we'll move on to pigeon pose number 2. From here, slowly bring yourself up into a seated position. And our second pigeon variation is double pigeon. So we're going to stack the right leg on top of the left. Knees and ankles are stacked. Lift your rib cage away from your lower back. Breathe in and reach up. Exhale and fold your chest into your lap. Breath in as you walk slowly, your hands in toward your torso, straight spine. And we're going to switch. This time my left leg is on the top of my right. I'm still stacking knees and ankles. Breathe in, lift up nice and tall. Exhale, fold into the lap. Slowly come up to a straight spine, and we'll get ready for Pigeon Pose Variation 3. Making your way into a seated position, crossing ankle just above the left knee joint, keeping toes flexed toward the face, breathing in and lifting the rib cage nice and tall. Exhale, and doing a single leg fold with pigeon leg on the right. Inhale, rise up to a tall spine, and exhale, hands come down. We're going to uncross and recross, left ankle above right knee joint, keeping that nice pigeon leg, reaching up and breathing in. Exhale, single leg pigeon fold. Slowly roll up, straight spine, reach up. Exhale, hands come to the hips. We're going to set up for pigeon variation number 4, starting in downward facing dog. Breathe in, your right leg lifts, and we're going to step that right leg up. Right knee to the right wrist, right ankle to the left wrist. Square up your shin to the top of the mat and reach your left toes as far to the back of the mat as you can. Pressing into that pigeon leg with a long arm, breathe in and lift your chin, chest, and heart in this tall pigeon. Go ahead and take a variation, twisted pigeon, reaching back with your right hand to the left leg, pressing the top of the foot into the hand and gazing back. Release. And go ahead and tuck your toes, lift your tailbone, and find downward facing dog again. Left leg lifts. Step the left leg up, left knee to left wrist, left ankle to the right wrist, squaring the shin up to the top of the mat, extending the right leg back as far as you can, top of the foot to the mat, pressing into the pigeon leg, long arms, lift your chin, chest, and heart. ahead and take the variation of a twist here in your pigeon, reaching that left hand back for the top of the right foot and gazing over your left shoulder. Release. Go ahead and plant your hands, press back into downward facing dog. Walking our feet up toward our hands, slowly rolling up one vertebrae at a time, setting up for our next pigeon variation, number 5, standing pigeon. Crossing the right ankle above the left knee joint, sinking the sitting bones down, keeping your thumb knuckles at your heart for balance. Take your drishti point or your gazing point forward of your mat and turn distraction into direction here. Your right knee is pointing down toward the floor. Go ahead and stand and release. And we'll do standing pigeon on the other side, crossing ankle above the knee joint, sinking the sitting bones down, tilting the pelvis forward, drawing your thumbs to your heart, and using your drishti point to help you hold your balance. Go ahead and release. 6th pigeon variation. Start standing, crossing right ankle over left knee joint, sinking down into pigeon, and then bringing your hands to the mat, coming into a pigeon fold here. A variation of ragdoll with a pigeon leg. Crown of the head to the earth. Maybe a slight nod, yes and no, to release your neck and shoulders. Step the pigeon leg down to the earth and roll up slowly, setting up on the other side, crossing left ankle above right knee, coming into pigeon briefly here, standing and bringing your hands to the mat, forward folding, and hold here in your pigeon variation of ragdoll. Stepping the left foot down, rolling up one vertebrae at a time. And we'll set up for pigeon variation number 7, flying pigeon. Coming into figure 4 legs or pigeon legs, we're going to bring our hands down to the earth and then use this as an arm balance, drawing the pigeon leg up off the earth, keeping your gazing point forward of your mat, flying pigeon. Go ahead and release. Roll up slowly, one vertebrae at a time. And we'll set up on the other side, crossing left ankle above right knee joint, sinking down nice and low, bringing your hands to the mat, drawing your knees to the top of your triceps, shifting your weight slightly forward, and coming into that flying pigeon. Go ahead and release and bring yourself back to standing. Preparing for our variation of pigeon number 8. Coming onto the mat into downward facing dog to start. Right leg lifts, setting up for pigeon on the mat, squaring up that front shin, reaching the opposite leg as far back as we can to the mat. Coming low with the chest, reaching forward with the right hand, threading the left arm through and dropping your left ear and cheek to the mat. Pressing yourself up away from the mat, tuck the toes and press back into downward facing dog. Lift your left leg, bring it forward into pigeon on the mat. Extend that right leg far back on the mat, square up your front shin, reach the left arm long, and thread the right arm through, dropping the right ear and cheek to the mat. You're in pigeon, threading the needle, which is a great way to also open up the shoulder while opening up the hip in pigeon. Press yourself up away from your mat. Tuck the toes, lift your tail, downward facing dog. Coming into variation number 9 of pigeon. This is our pigeon plank. Right ankle tucks behind left knee joint. Right knee is pointing out to the side of the mat. Inner thigh open up to the mat. And hold your plank here. Choose to push up here for 4, 3, 2, last pigeon push up, and we'll release to the mat. Give yourself a little break as you sit your sitting bones back toward your heels. Coming forward and into side B, pigeon plank. Left ankle behind right knee pit, left kneecap to the left side of your mat and hold. Option to push up here, coming on opposite knee for a little less intensity for 4, 3, this is an option, 2, and 1. And we'll press back into child's pose. Coming up into pigeon pose number 10, the final one of this video. Coming onto our backs, we're going to take pigeon in bridge, crossing ankle over knee, lifting up into the bridge with your hip points nice and high, butt cheeks squeezed, 4 corners of the left foot pressing into the mat, right ankle above left knee joint. Maybe coming up onto the ball of the foot on your left, and then releasing to the mat. Uncross, recross, and lift up into bridge pigeon, side B. Maybe you'd like to amplify it just a bit by lifting up onto the ball of the foot on the right. Go ahead and lower down to the mat. And we're going to take Happy Baby here, grabbing peace fingers to big toes, just to release the lower back and give our hips just that last bit of love. You're opening up your legs wide here, and your knees are drawing toward the mat. The quads should be level with the earth. Your toes, draw your knees into your chest, and make your way into seated easy pose. We'll take some final breaths here together. Draw your thumb knuckles to your heart. Inhale, draw the thumbs to the third eye. Exhale, bow forward. Namaste. The divine light in me honors and respects the divine light in you. See you later. I hope you enjoyed this brief yoga tutorial with all these variations of pigeon. Who doesn't love opening up the hips? Thanks for watching.